So, first things first, the moment where you started telling us her business, it had nothing to do with me. You just like came out of nowhere and was like, she's going through a divorce.
Right, because I felt like I was defending my friend.
But nobody was attacking your friend.
I just think
she has nothing to do
the underlying
with anything.
issue is...
Y'all, brace yourselves, because what I'm about to reveal will leave you completely stunned. Porsha Williams, the queen of reality TV drama, has officially confessed to a secret lesbian affair with LaToya Ali, and fans everywhere are losing their minds. This isn't just another celebrity rumor. This is a full-blown revelation that shakes the very foundations of Hollywood gossip. Allegedly, this affair was simmering right under the nose of her ex-husband, Simon, who reportedly had no idea how deep and personal this secret had become. Sources say Simon is devastated, shocked, and utterly heartbroken, and social media is exploding over every detail. The story allegedly began as a seemingly innocent friendship between Porsha and LaToya, which quietly grew into a romantic and intimate relationship. For years, they managed to keep it hidden from the public eye, but the truth finally came out during a highly dramatic moment on a recent reality show reunion, with cameras rolling and millions watching. Porsha, tears in her eyes, admitted that this chapter of her life was deeply personal, secretive, and incredibly meaningful to both of them. She revealed that living with this truth in silence was emotionally exhausting, but finally speaking it out felt cathartic, liberating, and unavoidable. Fans are divided and obsessed, some celebrating Porsha's bravery, others shocked at the betrayal and intensity of the revelation. Social media is trending with hashtags like hashtag Porsha Confession, hashtag LaToya Secret, hashtag Shocked Fans, and speculation is running wild. Insiders claim Simon is secretly monitoring every reaction, struggling to come to terms with the truth. And the most jaw-dropping part? Porsha says this confession isn't just a story, it's a reclaiming of honesty, identity, and control over a secret that was tearing her apart from within. The scandal is now viral-level drama, packed with emotion, heartbreak, and controversy, and this is only the beginning.
Okay.
Right.
What's that have to do with me? Nothing.
And it was nothing.
Girl, what is you saying? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're making it be something that
she's
it
making
wasn't.
it be something that it wasn't.
She's speaking perfectly good English, but she's speaking it backwards.
Buckle up, because what I'm about to unfold will leave every single fan, follower, and onlooker completely shaken to their core. Porsha Williams, the queen of reality TV chaos and drama, has allegedly stepped into the spotlight with a confession so explosive it has set the internet on fire. Rumors were swirling for years about hidden relationships, secret alliances, and behind-the-scenes betrayals, but nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared anyone for this revelation. Allegedly, Porsha has confessed to a secret lesbian affair with LaToya Ali, a name previously unheard of in the context of her personal life, and the world is watching, jaw-dropped, as history unfolds in real time. Sources claim this affair allegedly began as a casual, seemingly innocent friendship. Late-night conversations, whispered secrets, and shared laughs reportedly evolved into something much more intense, intimate, and completely hidden from public view. Friends say Porsha found solace, excitement, and a deep emotional connection with LaToya, a connection that was allegedly forbidden, secretive, and potentially career-altering. Every encounter, every private meeting, every smile exchanged away from the cameras was allegedly charged with a tension that fans never imagined existed. The scandal takes a darker turn when you consider Simon, Porsha's ex-husband, a figure who reportedly had no clue that this storm was brewing behind closed doors. Allegedly blindsided, Simon is said to be emotionally shattered, struggling to process not only the betrayal, but the intensity and depth of the affair. Close insiders have revealed that he's been quietly monitoring reactions, watching social media explode, and reportedly feeling the world he thought he understood crumbling around him. The irony is brutal, a public figure navigating private heartbreak while the world watches and judges. The timing of this confession is allegedly surgical. During a recent reality show reunion, cameras rolling, lights glaring, and millions of eyes fixated, Porsha allegedly admitted in a trembling voice that this relationship was private, sacred, and something she never intended to reveal. Yet, she felt the weight of secrecy had become unbearable. The confession, filled with tears and barely restrained emotion, reportedly shocked even the producers. They had expected drama, yes, but allegedly nothing on the scale of this raw, intimate, and scandalous revelation. Social media erupted instantly. Hashtags like hashtag Porsha Confession, hashtag LaToya Secret, and hashtag Shocked Fans were trending within minutes. The fans' reactions allegedly ranged from disbelief to outright admiration for her bravery. Some fans are celebrating Porsha for claiming her truth, while others are stunned by the betrayal of what they thought they knew about her relationships. Analysts say this confession could dominate gossip headlines for weeks, potentially months, as every nuance, rumor, and hidden detail is dissected online. Allegedly, Porsha's inner circle confirms that the emotional toll was immense. For years, she reportedly wrestled with secrecy, the constant fear of public judgment, and the strain of balancing private happiness with public persona. Every interaction with LaToya is allegedly remembered by friends as electrifying, a bond that was impossible to ignore and impossible to reveal, until now. And when she finally did, sources say she felt both liberated and vulnerable, aware that this confession would shock millions and potentially ruin as much as it would free. Simon's alleged response adds another layer of tragedy. Friends say he was blindsided in a way that no one could anticipate. He reportedly never suspected such a deep emotional connection existed, and the betrayal has allegedly left him questioning everything he thought he knew about love, trust, and reality TV marriages. The emotional devastation is said to be profound. Reportedly, Simon has been silent publicly, but those close to him claim the heartbreak is palpable, raw, and ongoing. Meanwhile, LaToya Ali, suddenly thrust into the public eye, is allegedly grappling with the consequences of this revelation. Known previously only in select circles, she now faces millions of opinions, scrutiny, and intense media attention. Sources suggest that she never expected her name to appear trending alongside Porsha's and is reportedly experiencing a whirlwind of emotion, excitement, fear, anxiety, and the undeniable weight of becoming part of a scandal that could define both of their public personas. Allegedly, the confession is not just about romance or betrayal. Insiders claim it's about identity, honesty, and reclaiming control over a life that had been tightly scripted by the pressures of fame. Porsha reportedly admitted that hiding this part of herself had become toxic, that the secrecy was eating away at her from the inside. The decision to speak publicly, friends say, was as much about emotional liberation as it was about facing the inevitable consequences. The bravery of this act, combined with the raw tragedy of its fallout, allegedly creates a storm that no gossip outlet could ignore. As the world digests this revelation, analysts note that the fallout is multi-layered. Social media is buzzing with speculation, celebrity pundits are weighing in, and fans are dissecting every previous interaction, post, and interview for hidden clues. Allegedly, the confession is rewriting narratives, challenging assumptions, and creating a ripple effect of drama that could last months. Every whispered rumor, every hidden glance, every off-camera moment is now being scrutinized in the harsh light of viral controversy. Allegedly, what makes this confession unforgettable is not just the scandal, but the intensity and vulnerability with which Porsha delivered it. Friends say she was visibly shaken, emotional, yet defiant. There is reportedly a sense of relief in her voice, a weight lifted from years of secrecy, even as the emotional and social consequences loom large. It is the kind of confession that blurs the line between personal tragedy and viral spectacle, between heartbreak and headline news. The alleged implications go far beyond just Porsha, Simon, and LaToya. Friends and insiders claim that the entertainment industry itself is paying attention. The reality TV community, producers, and fans alike are reportedly watching closely, some in awe, others in judgment. This confession, they say, could set a precedent for honesty, vulnerability, and scandal in ways that the industry hasn't seen in years. Every reaction, every tweet, every trending hashtag reportedly adds fuel to a fire that's already uncontrollable. Sources say Porsha's bravery and vulnerability are equally praised and criticized, while Simon's alleged heartbreak makes the story deeply tragic, emotionally charged, and impossible to look away from. This scandal, insiders claim, is the perfect storm, the kind of emotionally intense, viral-level drama that people will remember for a long time. And the shocking truth? Allegedly, Porsha insists that this confession is not the end, but the beginning. It's about claiming her story, speaking her truth, and forcing the world to confront realities they weren't prepared to see. For the viewers, the fans, and the gossip-hungry public, the scandal is just unfolding, and the emotional, intense, and viral drama is only escalating with every passing hour. The fallout from Porsha Williams' confession is reportedly unlike anything the entertainment world has seen in years. Fans and insiders alike are allegedly scrambling to make sense of a secret that was hidden for so long, a secret that now feels like a storm tearing through the very fabric of Hollywood reality TV. Sources claim that immediately after the confession, social media exploded into chaos, with millions sharing theories, reactions, and disbelief. Every detail of Porsha's life, every prior interview, every public appearance is now being dissected for hidden signs, with viewers questioning whether they ever really knew her. Allegedly, Porsha's ex-husband Simon is experiencing the kind of heartbreak that few can imagine. Friends close to him say he has been isolating himself, scrolling endlessly through trending hashtags, desperate for some explanation, some closure. Reports suggest that the revelation has left him emotionally shattered, struggling with the realization that a marriage he thought he understood was entwined with secrets he could never have predicted. Insiders claim that Simon has barely been able to sleep, haunted by images of intimacy he never knew existed and conversations he will now never forget. The emotional weight, sources say, is suffocating, and friends describe him as a man trying to piece together a world that has suddenly collapsed around him. Meanwhile, LaToya Ali, allegedly the other half of this secret romance, is reportedly in shock at the sudden attention. Friends close to her claim she never anticipated her private relationship would become a public spectacle, and the whirlwind of social media scrutiny is overwhelming. From fan reactions praising Porsha's courage to intense backlash accusing both women of betrayal, LaToya is allegedly trying to navigate a reality she never asked for, where every private gesture and every late-night conversation is now public fodder. Sources say she is struggling to maintain composure, trying to protect herself while being pulled into a drama she never imagined would define her public image. Insiders suggest that the confession, as emotionally charged as it was, has now created a cascade of unintended consequences. Porsha, despite the relief she reportedly felt in speaking her truth, is facing backlash, judgment, and endless speculation. Her vulnerability has become fodder for gossip blogs, tabloids, and viral clips across social media platforms. Every tear she shed, every tremor in her voice, every moment of hesitation during the reunion special is now being replayed, analyzed, and debated. Friends say the emotional toll is massive. Speaking the truth freed her, but it also unleashed a tsunami of chaos. The alleged timeline of the affair adds another layer of shock. Sources claim that Porsha and LaToya's relationship began years ago, during a period Simon and Porsha were publicly portrayed as a power couple. Allegedly, they managed to hide an incredibly intimate connection while under the scrutiny of cameras, producers, and fans. Every meeting was clandestine, every touch hidden, and every smile behind closed doors charged with the intensity of a secret that could have destroyed careers. The tragedy, insiders suggest, is not only the secrecy itself, but the emotional burden carried by everyone involved. According to insiders, Porsha's decision to confess was not impulsive. She allegedly struggled with the weight of years spent in silence, the pressure of maintaining an image for reality TV, and the emotional exhaustion of hiding her truth. Friends claim she felt trapped, constantly navigating between loyalty, secrecy, and personal desire. The confession, sources say, was an act of liberation, a way to reclaim her identity and finally acknowledge a connection that had been buried under fear, societal judgment, and professional pressures. Social media reactions, allegedly, are both shocking and heartbreaking. Fans have reportedly expressed shock, sadness, and even empathy, with some admitting they never imagined Porsha could be hiding something so personal and emotionally intense. Others, however, are reportedly lashing out, accusing her of betrayal, hypocrisy, or reckless behavior. Every tweet, post, and comment seems to escalate the tension, and friends claim that watching the chaos unfold has been almost unbearable for everyone directly involved. The emotional intensity reportedly extends beyond personal relationships. Sources allege that producers, colleagues, and even fellow reality stars are now grappling with the implications. The confession, they claim, has created a ripple effect through the industry, forcing people to confront truths that were previously buried, to reassess public personas, and to question the boundaries between privacy and public entertainment. The scandal, insiders say, is creating both fascination and fear, leaving a trail of speculation that is unlikely to fade anytime soon. Allegedly, Porsha's vulnerability during the confession has sparked a deeper dialogue among fans about honesty, identity, and the complexities of relationships under public scrutiny. Friends suggest she is being celebrated for her bravery, but also scrutinized in ways that make the emotional stakes nearly unbearable. The tragedy of the situation, sources say, lies in the human cost, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the emotional exhaustion, all magnified by the glaring spotlight of fame and the viral nature of social media. Insiders also report that Simon's silence in public is deliberate, a reflection of his shock and heartbreak. Friends say he is trying to process emotions privately, understanding the depth of betrayal while struggling to maintain dignity in a world that is already dissecting every aspect of his personal life. Allegedly, the emotional devastation is profound, leaving him questioning not only the past, but the very nature of trust, love, and loyalty. LaToya Ali's sudden emergence into the spotlight is another shocking element. Friends claim she is navigating a whirlwind of attention, from curious fans to intense critics, while managing the weight of a relationship that was never meant for public consumption. The emotional toll, sources say, is significant, leaving her both exposed and vulnerable in a media environment that thrives on scandal. Allegedly, the confession has also opened old wounds and stirred long-suppressed emotions for everyone involved. Porsha reportedly feels a mix of relief, fear, and uncertainty. Relief for speaking the truth, fear for the fallout, and uncertainty about what the future holds. Friends say that despite the liberation she feels, the emotional intensity of the confession continues to reverberate, creating an ongoing drama that is both tragic and captivating. Sources indicate that this scandal is not just about romance, secrecy, or betrayal. Insiders claim it is about the collision of personal truth and public spectacle, a moment where identity, honesty, and emotional intensity meet the relentless scrutiny of fame. Every reaction, every viral clip, and every public comment reportedly fuels a cycle of fascination and heartbreak that has only just begun. Fans and media outlets, allegedly, are now obsessed with dissecting every moment of Porsha and LaToya's interactions, from previous interviews to behind-the-scenes footage. Every detail is being analyzed for clues, every smile or glance reconsidered in the context of the revelation. The emotional gravity, insiders say, is compounded by the fact that this scandal is unfolding in real time, with millions watching, reacting, and speculating. The tragedy, insiders claim, is multi-layered. The heartbreak of Simon, the vulnerability of Porsha, the sudden exposure of LaToya, and the public's insatiable demand for drama. Every layer is charged with emotion, every reaction amplified by the viral nature of social media, and every moment meticulously dissected by fans hungry for gossip, shock, and scandal. And yet, sources suggest that Porsha's confession is only the beginning. Allegedly, she intends to continue speaking her truth, revealing layers of her life that have been hidden for years. Friends say that while the scandal is shocking, it also represents a reclamation of power, a declaration of identity, and an emotionally charged act of bravery that few could attempt in the relentless glare of fame. The implications, insiders claim, are enormous. Reality TV circles are abuzz, producers are calculating fallout, and fans are caught in a whirlwind of emotion, speculation, and fascination. Every revelation reportedly increases tension, emotional intensity, and shock value, creating a narrative that is both tragic and impossible to ignore. Even as the story unfolds, sources allege that the emotional stakes continue to rise. Simon, Porsha, and LaToya are all navigating a reality where personal tragedy and public spectacle collide. Every action, every reaction, and every word spoken in interviews, posts, and social media updates is magnified, creating a viral drama that shows no signs of slowing down. Allegedly, the courtroom-like intensity of public scrutiny, combined with the deeply personal nature of the confession, makes this scandal a story for the ages, a viral level, emotionally intense drama that grips fans, shocks viewers, and dominates gossip headlines across the internet. The fallout is relentless, the emotions raw, and the consequences profound, leaving everyone involved struggling to navigate a world that suddenly feels unstable, unpredictable, and heartbreakingly real. The storm created by Porsha Williams' confession shows no signs of slowing down. Social media is still ablaze with reactions, memes, and heated debates. Friends claim that within hours of the reunion episode airing, millions were dissecting every word, every pause, every teardrop. Allegedly, viewers were stunned not just by the revelation itself, but by the raw intensity with which Porsha delivered it. Sources say this confession has blurred the line between reality TV spectacle and real-life tragedy, leaving audiences unsure whether to gasp, sympathize, or reel in disbelief. Simon's silence continues to speak volumes. Close insiders allege that he has withdrawn from public appearances, retreating into solitude, trying to process layers of heartbreak that no one else could fully understand. Friends reportedly see him replaying past conversations in his mind, questioning every smile, every interaction, and every choice. Allegedly, the betrayal is compounded by the fact that he never suspected the emotional depth of Porsha's hidden relationship. The heartbreak is reportedly so raw and palpable that even longtime acquaintances admit the intensity of his pain is almost cinematic in its tragic scale. LaToya Ali, now thrust into an unforgiving spotlight, is allegedly experiencing a whirlwind of emotions. Friends say she feels exhilaration, fear, guilt, and confusion simultaneously. The world is now watching a life that was meant to be private, and she reportedly struggles to navigate the emotional weight of being implicated in a story that is both shocking and viral. Allegedly, every social media comment, every news headline, and every speculation piece feels like a personal judgment, leaving her feeling both exposed and emotionally vulnerable in ways she could not have anticipated. Insiders claim the confession has not only shocked fans, but also created a seismic effect within the reality TV industry. Producers and fellow cast members are reportedly reevaluating past events, interactions, and alliances with a new lens of suspicion. Every behind-the-scenes clip, every casual conversation, every supposedly trivial moment is allegedly being reinterpreted under the weight of the revelation. Friends say this scandal has the perfect combination of celebrity, secrecy, and emotional intensity to dominate headlines indefinitely. The emotional gravity of Porsha's confession is said to extend far beyond the immediate fallout. Sources allege that speaking her truth was both liberating and terrifying. Friends reportedly witnessed her oscillating between relief and fear, feeling the weight of public scrutiny pressing down while simultaneously freeing herself from years of secrecy. Allegedly, the act of confession was a cathartic release, a reclaiming of agency over a life that had long been dictated by image, expectation, and fear of judgment. Fans, according to insiders, are experiencing their own emotional roller coaster. Some express admiration for Porsha's bravery, claiming she is an icon of honesty in a world obsessed with facades. Others are reportedly enraged, feeling betrayed by someone they thought they knew. Hashtags continue to trend. Hashtag Porsha Confession, hashtag LaToya Secret, hashtag Shocked Fans. The debate online is relentless, with every opinion fueling the intensity of the scandal. Friends claim this level of attention is unprecedented, turning a personal confession into a viral phenomenon that shows no sign of slowing. Allegedly, the confession has also prompted a wave of reflection on identity, secrecy, and the human cost of fame. Friends say that for Porsha, the revelation is not just a scandal, it's a declaration of personal truth, a confrontation of societal expectations, and a claim to emotional honesty. Every tear she shed on camera, every vulnerable statement, is reportedly magnified by the viral nature of social media, creating a narrative that is as emotionally charged as it is sensational. The personal tragedy is inescapable. Simon, Porsha, and LaToya are all navigating a landscape where private emotion collides with public spectacle. Sources claim Simon's heartbreak, LaToya's vulnerability, and Porsha's liberation create a perfect storm of emotional intensity. Allegedly, every action they take is scrutinized, every word they utter is amplified, and every emotional moment becomes fodder for viral discussion. The courtroom-like tension is reportedly palpable, with millions of viewers acting as both jury and audience to a real-life drama unfolding in front of the world. Insiders also allege that this confession could redefine the boundaries of reality TV and celebrity culture. Friends claim it's not only the content of the revelation that shocks, but the way it was delivered raw, vulnerable, and undeniably real. The emotional stakes, they say, have created a viral narrative of heartbreak, honesty, and scandal that resonates far beyond traditional gossip. Every detail, from the timing of the confession to the reactions captured on camera, reportedly adds layers of intensity and emotional resonance that are difficult to ignore. As the world continues to digest the revelation, friends claim that Porsha is reportedly navigating both relief and uncertainty. Speaking her truth has freed her from the secrecy that weighed on her, but the consequences, public reactions, and ongoing media scrutiny are reportedly emotionally exhausting. LaToya, likewise, is allegedly dealing with a sudden fame she never sought, and Simon remains a tragic figure, silently absorbing the fallout. Allegedly, the human cost of this scandal is immense, layered, and ongoing. Even as online discussions rage, sources allege that the emotional resonance of Porsha's confession has created an indelible mark on fans and the industry alike. Friends claim that this story will be dissected, debated, and analyzed for months, possibly years, as the layers of betrayal, secrecy, and honesty continue to unfold. The tragedy, insiders say, lies in the emotional rawness, heartbreak interwoven with liberation, vulnerability exposed to the world, and a scandal that has reached viral intensity beyond imagination. Allegedly, the final shock of the revelation is that Porsha insists she has reclaimed control over her narrative. Friends say the confession is a declaration of self, a refusal to hide any longer, and an act of defiance in a world that demands perfection from public figures. Sources claim that while the scandal is emotionally devastating for Simon and controversial for LaToya, it represents empowerment for Porsha, a messy, chaotic, and intensely emotional triumph that no one can ignore. This confession, insiders allege, is a tragic, emotionally charged, and completely viral story that has everything: celebrity scandal, heartbreak, secrecy, and raw emotion. Millions are watching, millions are reacting, and millions are still trying to comprehend the depth of what was revealed. Allegedly, for Porsha, Simon, and LaToya, the fallout is only beginning, the emotional intensity is relentless, and the viral storm continues to grow with every passing moment. The fallout is far from over, and the storm surrounding Porsha Williams and LaToya Ali shows no mercy. Fans are still reeling from the revelation, and the emotional intensity keeps escalating with every passing second. Simon's heartbreak is palpable even through the screen, a silent tragedy unfolding in real time. Every reaction, every whispered speculation, every viral clip adds fuel to a fire that refuses to die down. Social media is saturated with disbelief, outrage, admiration, and heartbreak, a chaotic mix that mirrors the scandal itself. The emotional weight of this confession is crushing, yet mesmerizing, leaving audiences unable to look away. Sources say this is more than just a celebrity scandal. It's a story of betrayal, secrecy, liberation, and heartbreak all intertwined. Porsha's courage to speak her truth has shaken fans, shocked the public, and forced everyone to confront a reality they never expected. LaToya, suddenly at the center of global scrutiny, struggles under the spotlight she never asked for. Simon remains a figure of tragic silence, his world disrupted, his emotions exposed, and his heartbreak a stark reminder of the human cost behind every viral headline. This is the kind of scandal that will dominate conversations for weeks, months, even years. It is a story of raw emotion, personal tragedy, and explosive revelation, leaving viewers captivated, horrified, and desperate for more. Fans are not just watching, they are living every heartbreak, every secret, every shocking detail along with the stars themselves. For the latest updates, insider reactions, and shocking behind-the-scenes revelations, stay tuned, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Don't miss a single moment of this viral drama as it continues to unravel, because what you've seen so far is only the beginning, and the truth behind Porsha Williams' confession is far more intense than anyone could have imagined.